A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a surprising turn of events, comedian Bill Maher has publicly acknowledged that his predictions regarding President Donald Trump's tariff plan were incorrect. During a recent episode of his podcast, Club Random, Maher reflected on his earlier beliefs that the tariffs would lead to significant economic downturns by the 4th of July. I would have thought, and I gotta own it, that these tariffs were going to sink this economy by this time. And they didn't, Maher stated. His admission comes as the stock market continues to reach record highs, countering many economists' forecasts that the tariffs would result in higher inflation and other negative economic effects. Maher's comments are particularly noteworthy, given his earlier criticism of the tariffs on his HBO show Real Time. Back in April, he labeled the strategy of using tariffs to negotiate better trade deals with China as completely backwards. However, as the economy has shown resilience, Maher has had to reassess his predictions. On the podcast, Maher mentioned that while he initially believed the economy would be in dire straits by now, he has observed a different reality. I drive around town, and I don't see a country in a depression at all. I see people out there just living their lives, he remarked. This change in perspective highlights the complexities of economic forecasting and the unpredictable nature of market responses. The timing of Maher's podcast episode is significant, as it was released just after the US and European Union announced a trade deal that imposes a 15% tariff on most EU goods entering the United States. Furthermore, the US and China are expected to extend their agreement to refrain from introducing new tariffs for an additional 90 days while they continue discussions on a larger trade deal. Maher's guest for this episode was Brian Tyler Cohen, a progressive YouTuber with a substantial following. The discussion between the two centered around the unpredictability of economic outcomes and the challenges of making bold predictions in the current political climate. Cohen remarked that his own experiences with predictions have led him to be more cautious, humorously noting that if he were good at predicting outcomes, Hillary Clinton would be president today. As Maher continues to engage in political discourse through his podcast, he emphasizes the importance of honesty and realism in discussions about economic policy. He stated, "Let's work first from the reality of that, not from, I just hate Donald Trump, because that's boring and doesn't get us anywhere and leads you to dishonesty." This candid acknowledgement of his misjudgment reflects a broader trend among commentators who have had to navigate the complexities of the current political landscape. In the past, Maher has challenged Trump's tariff policies, questioning the rationale behind bringing back manufacturing jobs in the US. He argued that the global economy has shifted and the focus should be on innovation rather than returning to outdated manufacturing practices. China's moving into the AI age, and he wants to go back to manufacturing, which, by the way, if you create new jobs, who's going to take them? Robots, Maher pointed out. As the political and economic landscape continues to evolve, Maher's willingness to admit when he was wrong serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of economic policy and its effects on the nation. The future remains uncertain, but for now, Maher's reflections provide a unique perspective on the current state of the economy and the ongoing discussions surrounding trade policy. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.